I'm DJ Original Danny.
I'm Sponge.
And we're today to interview Fugative, one of the fastest, most up-and-coming young artists to be hitting the scene at the moment. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm cool. You alright?
Yeah, so we're here to talk about your new single today, which is due to be released on the 25th of this month, called Bad Girl. The video's looking amazing.
Thanks, man.
Tell us a little bit about the track and how the video was filmed.
The track come about, my A&R played me this track. It was like basically it was a whole single, and I chopped everything out, and then I put my bits in there, and then then I was like, oh, this needs to be a single, like it's a smash. So we did the video, and I kind of wanted that kind of holiday kind of vibe, kind of obviously for the summer and stuff like that. So we shot it in a secret location.
Secret location. I was gonna say, where's it filmed?
Yeah, it's just I think it's my best video yet.
Right, so tell us a bit about how you've developed your talent and the people that you've had behind you.
I started when I was about 7. My mum was managing artists, like she used to manage Marvin Gaye, so that's kind of how I got into it. I was always around music, and then I kind of started going to studios with her, checking out the artists she was managing, and then I was like, oh, can you manage me one day manage me, but she didn't think that. It was just because I was so young, she thought it was like, like when kids want to say, I want to be a fireman and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? It's like, come definitely. And go. So, but I stuck it, kept on writing songs, and you see it, and when I got to about 13, that's when she took me on, and I was like, oh, can you manage me? And then she actually listened to the stuff I was doing. She didn't realise that I was going to studios and stuff, and then she took me on, and then when I got to about 14, that's when I started producing. Like, I was like, right, I can write, and I can sing, and I can rap, so now let me take it to another level, so where I can do everything, I don't have to depend on anyone. So then that's where it went.
Yeah, that's quite good. So you put a lot of input in yourself then?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll talk a little bit about the whole internet thing. You gained a hell of a lot of publicity from like YouTube and other internet media sources.
Yeah.
Like, what would you say to other artists who are looking to get themselves seen and heard via the internet?
I just think it's the most important thing. Like I said, like guys like even like 50 Cent and like Usher and all them big artists, they're still depending on their Twitter and their MySpace and their websites and stuff, because like before you couldn't go, and even if you wanted to put an album out or a mixtape or whatever, you couldn't go and put it online. You have to go up and walk up and down the high street with it and get it out. Do you know what I mean? But now you can just put it up on SendSpace, send out a link, Twitter it out, and then all your followers can just go download it. So I think that's the beauty of the internet. I've
seen you've had over like 1 million hits on one of your videos. You've got like 50,000 followers on Twitter and all that, so you must be pretty proud of that.
Yeah, it's definitely it's kind of surreal to me, like to see all them people. You just think, oh yeah, they're just doing it for the sake of it. But then when I went on my Facebook the other day, there's like 80,000 fans, and I was like, what?
Do you get like noticed in the street quite a lot when you're walking around? Yeah, autographs and all that photos. Right then. Have you ever listened to any pirate radio stations or like any sort of underground music?
I always used to listen to, like, when Channel U was Channel U, and you had like Wiley would come out when he was doing the whole SQB thing. He was doing like when you had like Who Ate All the Pies and that stuff.
Yeah,
and
so
what do you call it in that? That's when it was like that. But I think now for UK music, it's got to another level where you think when Wiley was doing like What Do You Call It and all that stuff like that, you never think like 4 years down the line they'd be like have a #1 record or #2 record with Wearing My Rolex, you know what I mean?
Same with Roll Deep and
crazy,
things like that.
Yeah, crazy.
It's madness. What sort of artists and other things have influenced your songwriting? I know you're a big fan of Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah. I kind of listen to I try to listen to a lot of different stuff, even though like my main thing is hip hop, and even though my singles are pop, there's so much more I do. Like I make a lot of hip hop records, R&B records, like I can make anything. So I try to listen to everything in order to be able to do that. If I just listen to hip hop, then that's what I'll be able to make. So I'm trying to like listen to, at the moment I'm listening to like Drake's album, and the way he switched it up, everyone was expecting like this whole kind of follow on from what he was doing, but then he completely switched it up to like 80 tempo, 90 BPM on his album. It was just crazy. So I'm trying to do like all different things, like hip hop, pop, rock, everything. So just like everyone can go and buy the album and not pigeonhole me and be like, oh, he's a hip hop artist, he's a pop artist, you know what I mean?
So like, is there any artist that you'd like to put a track together with at all?
God, that's a hard one. What are you talking about, in the UK or?
Anywhere, worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga, man.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. She's like, she comes up with all these different kind of, the structure of her records is just crazy. Like she'll have like a 4-bar pre-chorus or a 2-bar bridge and stuff like that. It's just nuts.
Yeah.
So I think Lady Gaga, man, definitely.
I think she's a bit crazy for you.
I hope she ain't that crazy like in the studio. She'll be like, I don't want to think what she's like in the studio.
Crazy enough.
Yeah, I know, walking around in all them like pants and that.
Yeah, you recently performed at Wireless. What was that like?
That was crazy. That was like one of my best gigs, I think, to this day. Like, they writ on the Wireless Festival on the website. A normal festival starts with like, because I was the first act opening up the second stage. Tiny was on that stage, Chasing Status, Pro Green, a lot of people on there, Wiley, Roll Deep, and I was the first one opening it. And I was a bit scared at first, like, oh no, I'm gonna open the first people. There's gonna be like 60 people there, and then I turned up and it was packed round, like thousands of people there. They couldn't even get in the tent. And then they writ on the Wireless festival website, like I was the first artist to ever do that, to go on first. It's so early and it's like round, so that's an accomplishment for me.
It's a positive sign, and
yeah,
definitely.
What was this I read? You said your image is always going to be changing. Yeah, and you said soon come for the skinny jeans.
No, not that's just like a stereotype. I ain't gonna wear skinny jeans, but like, just like, you see the way Madonna and Lady Gaga have like this mad
image about
yeah, and it kind of makes them. I think that's why Lady Gaga is so big. Not so much of her music, it's like her image. Yeah, she's like so different, yeah. And I think in order to be a successful artist like Madonna, even though Madonna's doing a complete different thing, her image, she changes her image every single time. So people are always waiting for the next thing, seeing what's happening.
See, you observe a lot, bro, because I didn't even know that. This is Madonna, she's Madonna.